I got into this industry because of a personal experience that I had with my grandmother. I worked in a medical laboratory for years before I came into this industry. Never even imagined that I would be here, but I was taking care of my grandparents and then just my grandmother when my grandfather passed away, and she got to the point she didn't want to move into a senior living community. She wanted to stay at home, but her condition was not, she needed to have somebody with her 24 hours a day, and that wasn't a lifestyle that I could lead. Nobody can lead that lifestyle, but I for sure wasn't able to at that point. So I ended up calling an in-home care agency to come in and take care of her, 24 hours a day. And I would stop in and see her, but they're her main point of care at that point. And the experience wasn't terribly pleasant. It wasn't the caregivers, they were great, but it was the office administration, just the way they handled some things. And when I would call for some concerns my grandmother had, there wasn't really a whole lot of responsiveness on their end. So my grandmother was nearing end of life, and I made a very large decision to resign from my position, and I released that company from their contract and took care of my grandmother myself until she passed away. It wasn't just me, I did have some family support obviously, but we did all of that for her until she passed away. And when the storm from that kind of passed, that kind of hit me hard. I was very close to my grandparents. I wanted to work in this industry. I knew this was something that I wanted to be a part of helping and making it better. So I found a place at home. I applied for a job that I ultimately did not get, but they had another position for me, and so I started out in scheduling here, and so I was matching caregivers with their patients and their clients, and then I went into client relations, and now I do a little bit of everything, and I love being able to actively help keep people's lives, to have their lives have a sense of quality. I think a lot of times older generations, they kind of get forgotten because they're not out there, they're not looking for jobs, they're not helping turn the cogs in the machine of this world, and I think they can get forgotten about sometimes. So I really like being a part of the process that keeps their quality of life and shows them that they still matter, and